For our incline bench YTW drill, we're going to need an incline bench at about a 45-degree angle. It doesn't really matter as long as we've got room to extend our hands down to the floor and pull our arms into a Y shape. So the purpose of this drill is to increase the control and stability of your shoulder blade. So the whole time we're working through these positions, rather than thinking about what your arms are doing, we are trying to think about what's happening around your shoulder. So we start lying down on the bench where our chest is at the end of the bench and we're here with our hands hanging down towards the floor. Now from this position we're going to protract the shoulders or push them forwards down towards the floor as much as you can. So your shoulder blade is wrapping around your rib cage down towards the floor, and it should feel tight around your ribs. From there we're going to lift our arms up into this Y position. So I'm pushing the hands down, and as I'm thinking about my arms coming up, I'm thinking about pulling my shoulder blade and the inside edge of it down to the middle of my back. Yeah, so rather than me shrugging my shoulders up to lift my arms up and thinking about pushing up this way, I'm stretching down and away from myself, and as I push my arms up, my shoulder blades are pulling back towards the middle of my back. So from here I have this position, yeah, rather than this position. Okay, so protract. As we come up, we're elevating the scapula by pulling the inside edge of it into the middle of our back. From that position, that's our Y, we're at about 30 degrees from our head on each side with straight arms. We're then going to come out to the side in a T position. In this T position, my thumbs are still up towards the ceiling. I'm rotating my shoulders into their socket and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together towards the middle of my back. From here, I'm going to drop my elbows down towards my hips. My hands are staying shoulder height and my thumbs up towards the floor, towards the ceiling, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together again. This is my W position. From there, I'm going to drop my hands back down to the floor, protract, again, come up to Y, thinking about pulling the shoulder blade back into the middle of my back, come out to a T, W, down, protract, elevate, depress, fully depress and retract. Yeah? So the YTW is all about what you'll feel around your shoulder blades. You're going to do that for however many sets and reps it says in your program. If you don't have access to an incline bench, you can do this on the floor, or preferably you can do it in a hinged position. A hinged position is where we start here, soften the knees, and we're just pushing our hips back, maintaining a neutral spine. From this position I can get into the same position where I can protract my shoulder blades down, elevate, come out to a T, come into a W, come down. Y, T, W. Here. So again from this position, Y, coming out about 30 degrees either side of my head, T, lifting my hands up, squeezing my shoulder blades together, pulling my shoulder blades back and down towards the middle of my back into the W position. So, if you've got access to an incline bench, use that. If you haven't, hinge. It just takes some of the stress out of the position. So again, you don't have to think about where your hips are or your core if you're supported by the bench.